We are live. We are live. The UK's #1 political newspaper review, art, culture, politics, and the newspapers. We're going to be doing the the Mail on Sunday. What's it say there? Rishi Risk being dragged into. It's still all about Harry. Fucking Harry. The fucking nightmare. He's causing chaos. The Observer. He's broke all records, publishing records. The Observer, cabinet split over NHS pay, piles the pressure on Sunak. And we're going to be doing the Sunday Times as well, the Tory Times of London. Johnson had credit facility worth up to 800. He's got a credit facility. Someone, a crypto king, just gave him £1 million. It's the largest political donation ever. Fucking hell. What you lot been doing? What's been happening? Fucking hell. It's a bit windy. It's a bit cold. The rain has stopped, fucking finally. And we're going into another depressing week in January. You feel quite emotional inside because it's so depressing. A lot of people have fucking issues around debt, credit cards, rents, bills, fucking taxes. It's all fucking happening. It always happens in January and it's fucking awful. No one likes January. No one fucking likes it. It's fucking miserable, cold. Everyone's on strike. Nurses are on strike. Posties are on strike. Unis are on strike. Fucking railway workers are on strike. Nurses are fucking... Paramedics are on strike. They're like, and the Tories, all they've been doing is, we'll find it in here today, they'll just be demonising it. They'll do like fucking anything and everything to smash the poor people. And they've got this thing called the working poor. I'm just at home painting, and it's like, I feel a bit stuck with my painting at the moment. Another thing of January. Every time I paint, I'm like, what am I going to paint now? Paint the front page of the newspapers. I did one the other day, which was like, I thought it was a good one, which is, I love it actually. It is good. Get in a fucking bin. Get in the bin. It's like 2023 is get rid of the Tories. They're talking about, like, Boris Johnson's talking about coming back, and so I noticed some of the things that I saw on the internet was about Rishi Sunak and Boris, and he was saying like, oh, if you, I'll give you a squeeze. Boris is saying, I'll give you a squeeze and won't fucking hassle you if you give me a safe seat in fucking anywhere. As long as it's a fucking safe seat, because I'm going to get smashed to bits in Uxbridge. Because people in it, he's gone missing. They're saying that Mad Hancock, he was saying, hey, look, there's Chris Bryant responding to Adam Bykanoff. I repeat, it does not show much electoral confidence if you have to do the chicken run to a safer seat. Why Rishi Sunak is more under threat from Boris Johnson than he realises. He's a fucking donkey. We just had Keir Starmer on the BBC with Laura Koonsberg going on about fucking Brexit, saying, "Oh, we got to do the best we can." We're living on a fucking plague island. We got like fucking root vegetables rotting in. We're a nation of root vegetables, and they're rotting in the fields. Do you know why? They're rotting in the fields because we ain't got anyone to like pick the fucking carrots, mate. Carrots are cheap. They're like 45p a bag. Fuck's sake. That's all we got. Is if you go into Tesco, the first thing you see is carrots, potatoes. I mean, we're barely like if we're going to be self-sufficient because we told the rest of the world fuck off, we barely rustle up a soup. That's it, isn't it? We barely rustle up a soup. Carrots and fucking potatoes. Oh, some apples. Apples are about that big. They're not apple. They're about like one bite. They're 79p. Butter, that's fucking. But you gotta go and get a loan. You gotta go Santander's. Can I have a loan? Sitting down with the manager. Can I have a loan, please? What do you need a loan for? Oh, I've got to get some butter. Fucking loan to buy a tub of butter. What a country. What a life. It's fucking madness, mate. Madness. It's like you got to like put your wash on like 20 degrees and just do it for like 10 minutes. Just do the sprinkle bit because you don't want to use the gas and electricity. The other day, listen to this, right? The other day I said, oh, the gas companies are cutting people off. You know, the gas companies are fucking cutting people off. Someone says, get your facts straight. Get your facts straight. It's illegal. It's illegal for energy companies, gas, electricity, to cut you off. Well, actually, they're doing it de facto. So basically what they do is they turn up your ass with bailiffs. Hello! Some fucking bailiffs. And they put your meters outside your ass now. So like they can just come and do it. And what they do is they come in and they put like fucking key meter in. So that is by de facto, that is technically cutting you off. If you ain't got no money. I remember back in the day when I was using, they put like electric key meter and gas meter in my flat in Camberwell. And it's like, I didn't have any money. Well, the only money I had, I spent on super tenants and fucking like heroin and that. But the thing is, if you ain't got no money, well, stop spending your money on that. Well, that was just me. Do you know what I mean? We got the working poor. Imagine. So they are cutting you off because if you ain't got no money, you ain't having any gas or electricity. They're controlling it and it's triple the price. Anyway, it's like, imagine like fucking the working poor. It's like we're seeing all this thing here, Rishi, Harry, fucking Boris, Keir Starmer on Brexit. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's fuck the country. We're gonna have free ports. We're gonna have no quality control, nothing. They just fucking put anything in anything just to sell it. That's why they sold loads of. They spent. So we ain't got no money for the NHS. 37 billion on track and trace. 15 billion on fucking PPE that didn't even work or whatever. They got money. They just want it. They want it in there. The primary purpose of this Tory government is to put public money into Tory pockets as fast as humanly possible. And it's like, working poor. Imagine that. Imagine. You go to work, you have a job, vital part of the community, doing like some of the hardest jobs. And you go to work all week, you're like, it's a fucking joke, mate. If you can't pay your rent after you've slaved your guts out all week, if you can't pay your gas and electricity, if you can't put food on the table, after you've been working all week. That's fucking, there's something wrong with the system. People say, no, the system's working perfectly how they want it to work. But just imagine the working poor. It's like Victorian times, isn't it? It's fucking it's just shocking. And it seems to me that like the way that they control money more and more and more through sort of like digital money, that they want all of your money, and they work out like there must be sort of like they must have graphs and things, like fucking working out how much money everyone gets and how much money they can take. That's how they work out life insurance. They work out how much they paid out and what's the life expectancy, what's the average life expectancy. So you go work all your life and you get like, what, 2 years on your pension? If you got a pension, because they don't even want pensions anymore, they just want a digital economy. So they have like a digital economy, like the gig economy. And it's like no sick pay, no holiday pay, no pension. And that's why even in the NHS, it's cheaper to have bank staff. They might pay bank staff double what they like, because half of it goes to the agency. And they do that across the board. That's what they're trying to do with the posties. They might pay bank staff double, but see, bank staff only work for the hours they're working. It's not like across the year. It's not pro rata. You don't get like monthly salary. What it is you don't get all of the benefits. You don't get all of the sick pay, the holiday pay, the pensions, and that saves them money. Not only that, admin as well. That's like when, like, remember I said this before. Like when I was growing up, like they sent you to the careers office. Like I went to the one in Peckham, and they say, "Oh, what do you want to be?" "Oh, I want to be an astronaut." "I want to be a football player." I wanted to be a football player. I was quite good. Number 7. I would tear down the wing and cross the ball. I was like, freaking, I could really kick a ball. I could boom it. I boom it. I boom that ball so hard and just swing it in on a cold, wet. See, in January when you're playing and the pitch, see all the rain we've had and the pitches are waterlogged and muddy, you just get on with the game. You would just like fly through the puddles, fly through the mud. You put those boots on, you put your shin pads on. You have to buy shin pads, and you put them inside your socks. You got your shorts on, your little cold legs, your hands are cold. You pull your top down like that, because I was a winger. It'd be cold out there, out on the wing till we got the ball, and then like I loved it. I loved playing football. I remember like playing at North Peckham Estate. We would just play forever. We'd come home from school and we'd just go down, and in between the flats there was like a grass area. We'd set some goals up and we'd just keep playing and playing and playing, kicking the ball. It was really nice. The balls, they don't let you head the ball anymore because it hurts your head. Loads of people got like brain injury, like professional footballers and others, from heading the ball, because the goalie would kick the ball out. What you do is you have to know where your goalie. Every goalie is different, and they kick the ball differently, and you got to know how far they can kick it and where they are. You have to run up and just jump up and try and head the ball or get the ball. Yeah. But that was on Sunday, Saturday mornings. You go out running around in the cold. It was so good. It was so good. Anyway, let's get back to the papers. See, I don't know what life's like now, but what life is like for me is I take the dog to the park and she loves the water. She runs in the water, she runs in the puddles. She's out now, but she will run, and like sometimes she goes and does a poo right in the middle of the field, and you think, oh, for fuck's sake, why could Juno come towards the edge? And I've got to walk into the fucking middle of the grass, into muddy puddles, and it's, yeah, you got to go and pick up the poo. It's like one of my main jobs is picking up. Like I do it every day. You pick up poo. I like the hard ones. Is if you go there because you've got your bag, and it's like I always check it and I go, oh, is that a squishy one? It's generally not. 'Cause just feed her like this all in one. Try and keep it regular. Don't give your dogs too much human food, especially Labradors, because they're like they just don't know when to stop. They haven't got a thing in their brain that says stop eating, stop eating. Well, it's like everybody else, I suppose. People don't know when to stop. And there's so much shit around, isn't there? KFCs and McDonald's. And the amount of chickens they got to fucking kill. They're saying that like about sustainable like farming and like it's just like fucking. Can you imagine? I think it's like, is it a billion? Got to check this fact. How many chickens are eaten a day in the world? It's something like 1 billion. Chickens are cheap. They just like, they have them in big fucking warehouses. Let's do our first facts check of the day. How many chickens eaten in the world a day? Let's see what it says. Except all. Right, how many chickens are eaten in the world in a day? It's estimated there are more than 50 billion. Shut up! 50 billion chickens raised for meat in the world each year. 50 billion chickens. 50 fucking billion, mate. There's only 8 billion people in the world. So that's like 8 into 50. What's 8 into 50? Do your maths. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. That's 6 chickens. Well, it doesn't seem that much, does it? 6 chickens each. Well, I'm gonna do like a supper club. It's vegan, vegetarian. I got to work out because I want to make my smorgasbord. I got to work out like what can you use alternatives to yogurt, cream cheese, double cream. Watch the options. So I want to do it vegan. Yeah. Do like bean. Have you ever had bean stew? I can make a wicked bean stew, like balotti beans and like fucking chickpeas, not beans, but different beans, cannoli beans. Put them all in. Big tin of tomatoes, fucking bit of chili. Just like, what's that? What's that one that they make in Georgia? I went to Tbilisi in Georgia. It was really fucking amazing, actually. They have a dish over there. It's like their national dish. It's called lobio. Whoa. They have cheese bread, but lobio. They come in these little ceramic pots, and it's like beans. It's fucking nice, mate. Rishi being dragged into coronation row as the debate made on Sunday. As the debate rages over whether Harry will attend the ceremony, royal insiders are saying the Prime Minister should decide on whether Harry's allowed to go to the coronation. See, after all of that, the working poor, a nation on its fucking knees, that's the thing, isn't it? That's it, isn't it? That's the cultural hegemony. We got a king. He's gonna have a coronation. Gonna have a golden carriage and fucking madness, mate. Eco-friendly bags break. They're fucking woke. The wokies. Look at that. PG. They're calling it PG splits. Tea drinkers boil over. They're in fucking fury. As eco-friendly bags are breaking up in their cuppa. You should get loose leaf. What was I having? I've been drinking Assam. I went to Charlie Boxer's Italo down in Bonington Square, and he makes a pot of, like, they're one of those old, you know, the tin, it's got like blue on it, then fucking the teapots, boiling hot, even the handle's hot. But they have like Assam tea. Okay. Rishi, yeah, look, here we go. Rishi to appoint an anti-woke czar and crack down on left-wing bishops. Yeah, those fucking lefty bishops. Oh, Toby Young, top journalist. It was going on GB News the other day, Gammon News, and there was like 2 Tory MPs interviewing a Tory MP. They were talking about a Tory MP. That's how insidious the media is. How touching. Zara might get intimate on a very racy day. Zara and Mike. New kangaroo court row over live TV. Oh, look. They want to do like a show trial. Partygate. Boris. It's going to be like fucking live on TV. He'll fucking love it. He'll love it. Oh, that was fucking... There was like some shootings. Tale of tragedy behind the joint funeral of mum and daughter. 4,000 hotel. Yeah, fucking migrants in hotels. That's like... Lisa Marie and Fergie were like sisters over their exes. What? Was Instagram video by Diana's friend a plea for Harry to call a truce with Wills? They said that Diana, Lady Diana, the Princess of Hearts, they say that she's like in the mail. They said, oh, fuck's sake, they said that she's crying. She's crying in heaven over Harry. There are many stories of multiple truths in family feuds, says therapist who help princes through trauma of losing their mother. Palace must hit back if it wants to win over the under 30s. Oh, go online. I've got like a King Harry of England. Go to my Etsy page, Etsy/artist taxi driver. I've got King Harry of England. Long live King Harry of England. I got Meghan Sparkles. I was listening to Ash Sarkar. She was on the BBC Question Time. She is amazing. Absolutely smashing it. But I really like what she said about the royal family, and it's like a zoo, just like looking in, and it's just like all these fucking... But they love it, don't they? They actually love it. They got like all of the people hanging. Spare. Oh, so apparently, you might have to check this, but Prince Charles, he went off with Camilla. Diana said that there was 3 of us in this relationship, but they said something like, Prince Charles said, right, that's fucking it, I've had enough of you, lady queen of hearts. And he said, you've given me an heir and a spare. It's fucking awful, isn't it? That's why he called the book Spare. Yeah. But Harry seems quite happy. Happy Harry. Families rally to call to war. It was Notorious Naughties Club where Harry and William had many of their wildest nights. Now after a 9-year closure, Bougies is back. So we got like child poverty, we've got nurses eating from bins, nanas in a nappy, because we can't afford the social care because the Tories gave all the money that should have gone to the health service to the fucking into Tory pockets, fast lane, all that shit. But they just don't care. They say, yeah, the fucking wokies and we love the royals. Oh, don't say you were never warned. It is the controlled demolition of the NHS. They were saying the other day that Jeremy Hunt, Michael Gove, they're all on the Here, Boris. Now he's gone. Grant Shep said, I would never knowingly edit the ex-Prime Minister out. He did. One big funny family. What did the moon tell Harry? Did he really say to William, you reek, on the way to his wedding? And did Charles tell Meghan to sing to a seal? It's just fucking pages of it, mate. Absolute pages of it. Let's go in. Let's have a... who's good at it though? Who's wants to... In which of these is not a phrase that appears in Spare? Every 90-minute session in Nigel's Squirrel Dojo left me hooked. I've drunk booze out of multiple prosthetic legs in my life. Meghan may have been wrong. Oh please, do not let me vomit inside a stag carcass. I want to say it's C. I bet it's C. I knew it. Meghan may have been... That's fucking... What did Princess Margaret once give to Harry as a Christmas present? A mustique beach hut, 200 fags and a bottle of whiskey, The Squirrels Who Squabbled, a book about... or a biro. It's a biro. At school, he admitted he had trouble memorising things, except that the names of the bikini-clad girls in Loaded, all the lyrics to Billy Joel's We Start the Fire, long passages of dialogue from Ace Ventura, the name of all the pupils and teachers who had wronged him, and he'd wreak his terrible revenge. I bet that's 3D. It's just like fucking... Just like Get Harry. Robbie Coltrane's ashes scattered at the... When Harry met Sally Deli, he scattered his ashes in a deli. How the death of her boyfriend in a crossfire weekend drove the rise and stardom of Love Island new host. Ekin Sue, she's in here. Do you know who that is? There was just one problem with Rishi's vow to crush strikes. It was a bluff, and the unions knew it. Dan! He's over there. Dan! Oh, fucking Dan Hodges. Oh my God. I feel a bit sick. I feel like I want to vomit. Not that I had a late night last night. Oh. Just Saturday night. Cabinet split over NHS pay piles. Are we doing the Observer? I bet we get through this really quickly. It's a bit fucking early. Oh, well, who's up, who's away? Private brokers earn millions from finding care homes for NHS patients. From ocean liner to forest barn, the strange life of a munch freeze. Quite nice that, look at that. I quite like it. I was thinking about doing a bit more figurative painting. More people in it. Branson faces legal to owe space. See that Richard Branson, we're going to send like a rocket into like outer space. Richard Branson. He ain't outer space. He's just over there. It's just up there. Literally. Bit higher than a fucking British Airways flight to Miami. It's just fucking up there. Teachers' chief vows to ballot again if dispute is not resolved. Support. This is all the strikers. Imagine like vilifying people who give up their pay because... What did Ash Sarkar say on Question Time? 25% pay cut in the last 10 years. You imagine, it's fucking, it's a joke. And then they say like, why are you going on strike? They had like fucking, we still got it, it's Tory austerity. But it's the way that they want to control money. Because like I was saying before, they got digital money. I think I'm going to grow a beard. They got digital money, But someone was explaining to me that cash, like cash, is our money, it's the people's money or the king or queen's money. But digital money, that's like belongs to the bank. Johnson's come back under threat from new Partygate evidence, all live on TV. Something beautiful has been taken away, more on the wild campers of Dartmoor. How to dress up for a quiet night. Versace, Gucci, Chanel, fucking Adidas. You say Adidas or Adidas? My girl's legacy. Immigration benefits debts advice. Men reporting badly. Comics job as local hacks harder than it looks. I don't think I have laughed so much before on a show as I did reading Josh's. That's like Nish Kumar and some other guy. After the rampage, Brazil's leaders shock at insanity of coup attempts. There's what's his name? Lula. I got cut the tips. Cycle wars, menace of souped up e-bikes brings peril to city streets. E-bikes are fast. When I was cycling during the summer, I don't really cycle in the winter. My bike's like underneath the cover in the garden. Too cold. I need to get some gloves for my little fingers. You've noticed, like, look, I got crooked, I got no feeling in that part of my hand. I had a really bad injury there, and it cut my arteries, and one of these, because they're like elastic, went up to the top of my arm. GarageGate threatens to puncture Biden's drive for transparency. Did you see Casemiro? Fucking hell, he's won like, how many Champions League? He won everything. He's won fucking everything, Casemiro. And he was like, apart from World Cup, Messi won that. Yesterday he was like, yeah, and he was hugging the fans. You want to do the sport? Roaring back, Man United 2, City 1. City are having a shit season. They don't look, they're not invincible anymore, are they? They got beat by Southampton. Give Saints hope at Lampard. Frank Lampard. He's not having a good season either. Last orders. That looks nice. What's that? Is that a drink? Rethink counter. Why a generation of drinkers is calling time on alcohol. No more alcohol. You know that I like food, but it's not the food monthly. This much I know, illustrator. Never asked me to do anything in the papers today. I used to be in the papers a lot. I've got some newspaper cuttings. Do you want to see them? How we fell out of love with alcohol. I've got some over there. If I go and have a look, I'll find some newspaper cuttings. Oh, can I be bothered? Oh my God. Oh, is that chard? Chard. I love chard and rhubarb. Oh God. I've got to go around my mum's today. I'm cooking Sunday dinner. That's why I'm on a bit early today. It's only my second week back. What's that there? Brussels sprouts with chorizo. What? I could get Brussels today, couldn't I? Could do Brussels and pomegranate. Oh, it's a fucking boy racer. A Herman Francis, oh, look at that. Imagine living there. Imagine it. I mean, I'm really grateful that I have a roof rented, but it's still like a roof, and it's, never going to own anything. But it's nice that, like, I'm inside. I haven't got the heat on. I'm trying to save on energy. Treat yourself to Higgy. Oh, what's her name? Freydis, the defender, the keeper of the faith, the old ways. She was a Viking, Freydis. I watched Valhalla, Vikings Valhalla. There's like Eric the Red's kids. Ericsson, there's one guy, he's super cool. And there was like kind of like Misty, but she was really good on maths and reading the stars. I still wake up at 3 a.m. going, oh God, I've frittered my life away. Don't feel like that. I feel like I had a good time. Lisa Marie Presley died. Yeah, 2 years ago, her son, like, honest to God, suicide prevention. Get people help. He killed himself. He was only like 22. So painful. So painful. Critics. I don't know, read this shit. Music, television, audio. Where's the art? Where's the art? Books. Dry your eyes, mate. Oh, I love that song. She looked down at my shoes and then I looked back up again. And those words she was saying to me, dry your eyes, mate. I know it's hard to take, but there's plenty more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, mate, 'cause it's over. That's Mike and the Mechanics. No, Mike Skinner. He's like a spoken word kind of singer. There's Arsenal, they've done like some art. There's Charlie George. Do you remember? Like, that was one of my first memories, 1971. Charlie George, 2-1 against Liverpool. It's just like, had an incredible shot. He was a bit flamboyant, Charlie. He was a bit like Stan Bowles. Charlie George. He was a bit of a lad. Fucking hell, where we at? I've got this big fucking box in front of me. I've got the tripod and I can't fucking sit right. Sit up straight, do some exercises. Always swing your hips. It's good in the morning. My back is back. My back is fine. I'm gonna go out for a walk later. Right, the Sunday Times magazine. My gift is my curse. Nick Kyrgios, the bad boy. He's rude. He's a terrible man. But like, everyone loves him because he's naughty. Why do people like people who are really naughty? And they're just like, super mellow fellow. Oh God, well, whoever was sitting in his box, I remember in a tennis match and he was looking up at the box and he went, what the fuck, what are you talking about? Get out. Okay, he was like, what? Yeah, because you're looking at me funny and I don't like it. What happens when I let TikTok raise my kids? Don't do it. TikTok is like fucking... That's why I like the internet, the history of the internet. I saw like emails and then it was like YouTube. What's YouTube? 2007, Facebook, Twitter, Insta, and TikTok. And it's the sort of like evolution. And it's like just people just going to be blobs. Because that TikTok is like dopamine. It's like flashing lights and fucking everyone's hooked on it. You think, oh God, I've got to go and fill out this. Oh, I've got to do this. And the other look on the TikTok is fucking over, mate. The joyous snacks. Shakshuka. There's like eggs and avocado there. Yeah, it looks shit. I mean, look at that. Frosted flake chicken waffles. That's like a fucking heart attack, mate. Frosted flake chicken waffles. In America, if you go to the big fairs, like where they have the local fairs, do you know what they have? I'm being serious. Do you know what they do? They do a burger in America. They do a burger with all the trimmings, bacon, cheese, relish, fucking pickles, jalapenos. It's a burger in a donut bun. A burger in a donut bun, mate. Fuck's sake, can you even imagine? If you haven't lived, you can't write it. An artist who really changed the world. From Goya to Picasso, artists have long challenged the status quo, but Nan Goldin, I like Nan Goldin, relentless campaign delivered. It ended our museum's addiction to money, made from the misery of millions. This is the best film about an artist I've ever seen. Oh, I want to see that. Is it a film about Nan Goldin? And what was her name? Corinne Day. Do you remember Corinne Day? She died. You must have noticed that art galleries have become a popular location for protesters. In recent years, yeah, okay. What is it a film? All the Beauty and the Bloodshed is in the cinemas from, yeah. Nan Goldin, she's been a force behind it. Anti-Sackler. Sackler, I think, was a slave or something, and give loads of money to the art. Oh, I like Nan Goldin though. Style. Yeah, but there ain't no snow, bruv. There ain't no snow in the mountains, not in Europe. It's just raining. It's raining, it's pouring. Magic Marcus. What did you say? Magic Circus. Marcus Rashford. I think he's scored in 7 straight games. He can't stop scoring. Oh, I can't be bothered with that. Should we do? We'll do the Sunday Times. What time is it? 42 minutes. We've got 18 minutes left. Has anyone got any questions? Does anyone want to ask me something? You ask the questions and I will answer honestly. Windsor peace talk ahead of coronation. Teachers vote to strike next month. These are reading glasses. You know that, like, as you get older, you can't get away with it. Oh, I missed that question. Was that a question? Iron Hunt blocks NHS pay deals. Johnson had credit for... Oh yeah, Boris Johnson, look, it's up there, headline. Boris Johnson had a credit facility of £800,000. Oh, imagine that. You just can, like... Oh, that'd be so mad, wouldn't it? Can private hospitals really save the NHS? Are you joking? Do you hope Harry brings that? Yeah. Match fixing. What? The PM and the multi-millionaire Canadian cons who lent a hand. When Boris Johnson was in Downing Street, he struggled with his finances to the point where he needed help. He wanted a sugar daddy. Can you see that there? Tim Shipman, is Brexley finally getting done? We've been done, mate. You've been done. Brexit shit. Fights of fantasy and carbon footnote. The hacked off lawyer and the hacked emails. Star barrister. Oh, that's about. Am I bothered? Rod Liddell, am I bothered? Fuck's sake, have you seen this newspaper? You can't see anything. Fix it for your father. Brothers can reconcile before coronation. Oh. Isn't that the one with Elon Musk star power as a game changer? Oh. I need to get to the safe seat. Oh. Untold fame and wealth, but no voice. Life is impossible when you're a child of the king. Elvis Presley. Have you seen the film Elvis? Baz Luhrmann. It's fucking good, Baz Luhrmann. It's really weird. I mean, it's very arty, very sort of, yeah, it's arty. Werner Herzog. Julian Donkey Boy. Artsy fartsy. Have you seen that? I'll get it up here, but like you get banned on YouTube if you like show something else from somewhere else. Not allowed no music, you're not allowed only like stuff. Otherwise you get like on the matter the wind is blowing outside. Yeah. I mean I think a lot of people like are wondering because it's a reflective month, January, and a lot of people are wondering like, you know, what's going to happen this year. And it's money, isn't it? Loads of people worried about money, and loads of people worried about how they're gonna survive. Does anyone feel like just like fucking off, like hedonistic? Just go. Like I saw some things on the TikTok, people in Thailand. I ain't into that shit. I ain't into like just going on an island where there's like 24/7 ravers. Fuck that. When I was younger, I thought that was cool, but nah. I just like, what would I like? What would be your dream? My dream would be to be on a farm with a little sheepdog, rounding up the sheep, some chickens, cows. No, no, they're white. What? Not for cooking. For like, wouldn't it be nice just to have a farm? You could just bond with loads of animals. Like I really like Juno's really special. She's a special dog, and I wonder whether to get her a brother or a sister, or like some company. But then I think she would feel really bad because she's got like no passport. That's why we should go to the woods. If we like, do you remember what was that? Who was the people that went up? Um, 16th, 17th century, and they went up and they took a bit of common land and said they were going to do the what they called those people. They just like decided, and then the Roundheads went up and fucking smashed up their camp. What is it? What's that thing? The Diggers. So the Diggers, they wanted to be like part from society. They wanted to go and do their own kind of like farming, and there is loads of communes around Britain, you know, where you could go and stay. But it all comes down to the necessities of life, isn't it? It all comes down to um, keeping warm, food, like the good life, the good life. And it's like all of that stuff. They've got the system so fucking. It would be hard to live like that because you're never going to retire. You're never going to like. That's why you should. Every day's special. Every day is a gift. That's why today, look, it's cold, but the sun is shining outside. We should get out, walking. Oh, what was his name? I saw poems and songs out, fully out. Poems and songs. What's his name? Something Thomas. He wrote them like he got killed in the First World War. But Ted Hughes said he was like he was the father, he was the godfather. Anyway, poems and songs for the outside, and I was listening to this thing on Radio 4. You listen to radio? Oh, fuck. I was anyway. It was just on the radio, and they do this thing where they went outside and they were walking. Some fella and his mate, and they were singing songs and they were reading poetry as well, poems for the outside. But it was really nice. They started to talk about heart, breath, foot. And this idea of walking, see, running, you're going to fuck your knees up. But this idea of walking, you know, and walk like in the woods and get some good like boots on, get the right kit. I remember like I climbed Trafan. It's in Wales, a mountain in Wales. Anyone been up Trafan? It's like we scrambled it. Remember the clouds coming over. I've done it 3 or 4 times, I think, in the rain. You get to the top and there's Adam and Eve, 2 big fucking monoliths. People jump from one to the other. But that whole thing, like you're there, you arrive in the morning, you've got this mountain, you're going to climb it. It's fucking massive. And it's called scrambling. So you climb, like you find some things and you climb up, you get up to the next ledge and you climb a bit more. I loved climbing. Abseiled down Holyhead Mountain and back Holyhead Cliff. Abseiled down it and climbed back up it. That was fucking scary. Climbing's if you like really stuck against the wall, how you climb is you climb with your arms like that and you're looking around and you're holding on to something. If you put your coat on it, it just slip off. But you got your fingers on there and you got your boot in a fucking ridge. Yeah, climbing, scrambling. I liked climbing with ropes as well. But it became really like, I don't know whether it's, but it was so amazing when you breathe that fresh air, when you're in the wild. Remember, we were staying in this like kind of cabin thing, and we'd come back and we'd make like vegetable curry, and we had an open fire. You would take your boots off, your feet would be you'd be soaking, cold feet. Your socks, you put your socks up on the fire. You got extra thick socks. You had to wear quite light clothing. It was like Gore-Tex and things like that, and rainproof trousers. You can check the weather before you go, but you never know what's going to happen on a mountain. Yeah, Wales, wow. Wales has got some of the best fucking mountains. It's beautiful. But you gotta make your rucksack. You gotta have chocolate in it. Remember one time we were climbing up a mountain, we got to this ledge, and there was this man. He was like, help. Like his partner was stuck. She wasn't stuck. She was kind of like huddled in the corner, and said that she couldn't climb anymore. They were like halfway up. You can't go back down. You can't climb backwards. You got to go up. And if you get up to the top, you can walk down the other side. And the guy who was with us, he just pulled out a big bar of dark Bourneville and broke off a thing, gave it to her, and she just run up that mountain, mate. Because that gives you, I don't know what it does for you, but like when you're out there terrified, you got to get up that mountain, you got to climb it, you got to scramble it. It's not fucking easy, because you can get scared, because there's some bits where you put your foot in and your foot slipped. Yeah. But even walking, there's loads of trails. You can go and find like trails where you can walk. I get vertigo as well. Oh my God. Yeah, don't look down. Don't look down. I remember being on this like mountain and we were like fucking climbing it. And there was you could see the cloud coming. It's like the cloud was lower than the mountain. You could see the top of the mountain beside us, but then the cloud was coming and it just came. You couldn't see your fucking hand, mate. You couldn't see your hand. It was like a massive fog, like a dew, like one of those things. And you're thinking, you can't even see the next ledge. So when you're scrambling, you do like 3-4 meters, scramble onto a ledge, scramble. It's like the Trafan was like the back of a dragon. I'll show you Trafan. Let's have a look, Trafan. And it was like you would climb up. It was like the back of a dragon, like Trafan. There's Trafan there, look. On a sunny day. And you would climb up there like that there, and you'd climb. It's all rock. Yeah. Look at it. Oh, fucking, and you're gonna go all the way to the top. You gotta get to the top. Yeah, look at it there. Oh, I remember that. That's a cantilever on Trafan. Well, let's see whether we can see Adam and Eve. Yeah, look, you can see it really a lot there. So what you have to do is you climb up that bit there, get onto that ledge, climb up through that crack there, get onto that ledge, climb up there, climb up through that. It's a very generous. It was very generous mountain, and this is what's at the top. That's Adam and Eve, and you can stand on one and jump over onto the other. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Yeah, look, this is what it's like. So you free. There's no ropes. It's called scrambling, and they have all different grades. You free climb it. Yeah, look, I think you can see a fellow up there. See him in the blue. But it's generally like that. So that was really good. Yeah, look, I'll show you what it's like that there. Imagine being there, right like that. I was like that, and the cloud came over, and you can't see fuck all. You're like, what do I do now? Do you just stay there? But you kind of like, you work it out, do you know what I mean? You work it out. But look, people climb it in the winter, in the snow, in the fucking all conditions. It's like, Wales is beautiful. Wales is so fucking beautiful. It's another fucking world, mate. It's another world. Scotland's beautiful. Scotland is beautiful. Yeah, that's it there. Look, they're climbing up Trafan there. So everyone climbs it like bare hands. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. You get up to one ridge and then you go up to the next ridge. So you can climb up through there. See that there? You get up there. And everyone's really like your fucking senses. When you're mountain climbing, your senses are fucking alert. You are alert. And most accidents are caused coming down the mountain. If you're on the other side of the mountain, you can basically, there's a path, but it's quite narrow. It's like fucking a couple of feet, a foot wide at points. But you've got to be really careful. But people forget. People forget. Yeah, look at that. God, it just makes me want to go and climb Trafan. If I could zoom into Trafan now. Look, they're just fucking casual, mate. If you just stand at the foot, you think, fucking hell, it's going to take hours to get it done. It takes all day. It takes you all day to get up here. And there's like loads of, look at the cantilevers up there. That's called a cantilever. Terrific Trafan, a simple life of luxury. Yeah. They got crash helmets on. I never see anyone with a fucking crash helmet on up there. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the last bit because when you get towards the top, it gets a bit more like steeper like that. Has anyone else been mountain climbing? Does anyone else go mountain climbing? Yeah, we should go. We should go. You need a guide. I wouldn't have a fucking clue. Like whenever I went, I would always go with someone, and there's like maps, so that you actually have a physical map, not for to show you, and they map it out to show you where to go through. So you could be on this ledge and there'd be like loads of different ways to get up to the next ledge, but you follow the map, you follow the route. So you generally have a guide and they go first, and because if you go over there might not be a way to get on it, so you have to follow the route. There's a path, it's a climbing path, but you have to go through it. Yeah, I feel like I watched the Vikings. I was fucking Valhalla, Vikings, and not that I want to chop anyone, but you just feel like more in the open air. I remember like I've been in TP Valley in Wales, where people live in teepees. There are some communes over in Wales where they live out. There's got to be people. Do you remember the people? Do you remember Occupy? So Occupy was in St Paul's, And when their camp disbanded, they went and they was out opposite where they signed the Magna Carta, Runnymede. And they took over like some land at the back of Brunel University, and they built all these houses in the woods. They had like a big cabin in the middle, which was like the center of the commune. That was fucking amazing. People build those things, don't they? I've been to a couple of other camps as well. They have all night raves, and you wake up on a Sunday morning, and all your clothes smell of the fire. I remember being in Australia as well, living in the woods over by Byron Bay, Mullumbimby, Nimbin. We was over there, and we was like people living in the woods, people building houses. What about fucking Wilson's Creek? Go up Wilson's Creek. That's where all the people just up there building stuff. It's a bit of a secret, so don't tell anyone. But yeah, they got some amazing wooden structures up there. It's fucking extraordinary where you can go and live. Up in Bali in Ubud as well. All the artists go up there. I've been up there in Ubud in Bali, and it's like just massive log kind of like houses, wooden houses, living in a jungle. And it is so beautiful. And then you're just living in London. I never get out, I never get away anymore. Wish I could. Where would you go? I'd go anywhere. If anyone's got anywhere in Scotland, artist retreat, just go and live live on an island. Banshees of Inisherin, that won some Golden Globes the other day. Yeah, loads of my friends, they go bike riding, they go walks. When I was up in Sheffield, up in Coles Corner, there was people talking about going walks, and Loch Lomond is magical. Oh, I would love to go to Loch Lomond. Just fun. But isn't it all like golfers? And yeah, but just find a cabin somewhere where you could just go and sometimes contemplate. Do you know what's really good as well? Island. But do you know what's really good as well? Is sometimes not going somewhere to work, but going somewhere to think, going somewhere to be. Do you know what I mean? Where do we ever get the time to like give ourselves that sort of like where you can be with nature, but where you can be with like where you can breathe fresh air, where it's green and like where there's like water and it's cold and it's warm and it's the woods. I love the woods. Yeah. And you can just sit and think, or be at one with the earth, with the terra. Imagine that. So we've got all this fucking, look at this shit. Look at this fucking nonsense. Look at this fucking nonsense. Why, what the fuck? The fuck are we doing? We've got everything. We've got the love, the science, the knowledge, the art, the nature, the animals, the woods, the trees, the leaves, the flowers. We got it all. We got it all. Yet we're fucking suffocating. We're suffocating. Like life doesn't have any meaning. Life doesn't have any, like, it's just repetitive. Fighting against a system that's like, break out of the system. I'm not like, is it off grid? Fucking hell, whenever I think of that though, that sounds like really hard work. I want a cabin that's already there, do you know what I mean? I want things that are already there. I don't have the strength to like fucking build. I just want to like, is that too much to ask? Is that a lot to ask? Am I asking a lot? No, but you can make positive decisions. It's January 2023. You can make positive decisions to say, like, even just do the simple things. Go out and just find the nearest woods and walk through the woods. Smell it. No, smell it with your nose. Get your nostrils, get them breathing, connect with your heart, connect with your feet, and smell the damp woods. Smell the decay of the fallen leaves that are like bringing the trees back to life, readying for a spring. Imagine, you'd be like fucking, and you could just do that a couple of hours a day. Do you know what I mean? There's time. You can make time. You can get a rucksack, get like one of those, like, get a little coffee thing, couple of sandwiches. Rather than like your fucking eyes bleeding, looking at fucking TikTok. Dopamine hit with like, oh, where people are falling and crashing and there's music and football and dance and it's just like, it's just imagery. It's just like a fucking continual fucking nightmare that your lobes in your head. Clean your head. Free your mind. Take your shoes and socks off and go and stand in the wet grass. Walk through the mud. It'd be chilly. It's cold out, Chunky. Yeah. Walk in the rain. But you can even walk in London, do you know what I mean? Walk over on a day where it's absolutely pouring down. Walk over like one of the bridges and just feel the wind, feel the fucking rain. I'd rather be in the woods than one of the fucking London bridges, that's for fucking sure. I'm finding this quite cathartic because I've gone from like reading these papers to thinking about what I can do in my life, with my body, with this husk, this fucking bloated, fucking aching. Rejoice in the fucking nature of the world while we still can, while we're still alive. Feel alive. Wow. I feel like crying now. Yeah. Anyway, we've gone over time a bit. It's like nearly 70. We've done an hour and 10 minutes. That was really, really nice. I really liked that. Amazing. Have a really good Sunday. Go out and go and do something. Go and have a good Sunday. Go and be with your family. Go and take them to the fucking woods. Let's all go to the woods.